Back on Sports Bit, time for the huddle, the deep dive. NFL week preseason week number 3. China doll. Romo gets hurt again. He's out 6 to 10 weeks. And how about this, Teddy? Garrett, even though it's reported he's out 6 to 10, Garrett still thinks there's hope if he can play week 1 against the Giants. He won't rule him out.
Well, this is the truth of it, is we don't know. I don't think Garrett knows. And Garrett certainly doesn't want to give the Giants any fodder for who they're going to play. He'd love to keep them guessing as long as possible. What's the real timetable for Tony Romo's return? Well, this is what Jason Garrett is saying. Quote, he's just going to start getting into rehab, and part of his rehab is he's going to be wearing a back brace for now. So you'll see him around wearing that. Again, we'll take his situation day by day, like we do with every guy on our team and every injury that we have. He'll do the things he's capable of doing and won't do the things he's not capable of doing, and hopefully he'll progress every day. There is no reason for me to stand up here and put a timetable on this. A lot of other people outside this building have suggested they know what the timetable is. That's not the world we live in. So basically, Garrett's saying absolutely nothing about Tony Romo's health and when we can expect to see Tony Romo back in the lineup. He is hopeful, but look, it's Dak Prescott time.
It's Dak. Yeah, is he ready? What do you think, Teddy? It's a whole different ball game from the preseason now to week 1 against the Giants.
Well, I mean, Prescott has had a very, very good August. That being said, he did not see a whole lot of blitzing in August. And the one game where he did face a pretty good defense, well, in Seattle, 5.0 yards per pass attempt. Those aren't the type of numbers you expect to see from a quarterback of a playoff team.
Yes, and Jerry Jones, those comments earlier in the year that he thinks Romo can play another 5 years, should be drug tested for those comments. All right, looks like Simeon will start the Thursday night opener, week 1 at home against Carolina. Mark Sanchez will be cut. If he doesn't, he might get cut anyways. But unless he agrees to a pay cut, he'll be out the door. And if they cut him, they get their pick back, which they sent to Philadelphia. So, hey, Sanchez didn't even play Saturday against the Rams.
Yeah, Gary Kubiak, quote, I've got a lot invested and a lot of work that I can make some decisions off of now. I'll do that. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it Sunday or Monday. I don't know. I've got enough going on that I can make a decision. Now, if he's saying, can I make a decision? Let's see. Trevor Siemian wasn't all that special against the Rams. He opened with a pair of 3-and-outs. You know, he finished up going 10 of 17 for 122 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. But when you see one of the two guys who was in competition for the starting job and he doesn't get off the bench for no reason in week 3 of the preseason, you can probably say, like so many other teams have said in recent years to Mark Sanchez, bye-bye.
Yep, you're right about that. And maybe bye-bye to another quarterback. Kaepernick won't stand up for the anthem. We might not have to worry about it in a week because he might not be on a team as a 40. He was horrible again in that performance over the weekend.
Now, look, neither you or I have anything to say about what it's like to be an African-American in America today, Paulie, because neither one of us are. And Colin Kaepernick is allowed to have his opinions. He is allowed to protest in a way that he feels is appropriate to protest. That being said, football is the bigger issue. And when you're playing badly and then you're creating off-field distractions, I mean, he was 2 of 6 for 14 yards. The offense didn't produce anything in his week 3 drives. He hasn't done anything this preseason. So when you're creating an off-field distraction and you're not producing on the field, you know what? Not so sure that Kaepernick is going to make the 49ers either.
Yeah, we agree on that one. The Giants, the offense struggled again. And here's a quote from Ben McAdoo. We have some work to do. We're confident we'll be able to get it fixed. End quote. When are you going to get it fixed? You're not going to play Thursday in the final preseason game. The Cowboys are coming up.
Well, let's put it this way. The starters in week 3 for the Giants, it's been 3 weeks now, and this week was every bit as bad. 29 plays for 61 total yards. Not once did they advance into the Jets' territory. Last week in Buffalo, Manning and the starters were in for 4 series, and they produced 37 yards and 1 first down. Nothing resembling a scoring drive, and no, as in 0 points. So look, there's work to do. Here's the center, Weston Richburg. Quote, we didn't do well enough. We didn't give the quarterback enough time to throw, and we didn't open up enough holes. We have a lot of work to do. Okay, they're saying they have a lot of work to do. They're stressed out. But I'm not looking at the Giants and looking at this preseason saying it's hopeless. It's not hopeless for the Giants. Some teams it might be hopeless for. This is a veteran quarterback who hasn't missed a game in 11 years, in the third year of an offense that he's been running very effectively for the first 2 seasons. I expect the Giants to resolve at least some of these problems. And when we look at the G-men right now, one thing I was wrong about. I thought if the Giants looked bad against the Jets, the market would just collapse on this team. There'd be money pouring in against the Giants in their season win total. There'd be money pouring in against the Giants in week 1. But, there's money pouring in against every other team in that division too. And the Giants, we haven't seen it. And I think part of it's because there's been so much anti-Dallas money. There's been anti-Philly money. There's been anti-Redskins money. Nobody in the betting markets likes any of these teams in the NFC East. And if you have a schedule that includes 4 teams from the NFC East on it, you're probably feeling a little bit better about your chances today than you were a month ago.
Yep, that division is wide open now. And the Colts not only the Colts look horrible again, more injuries.
Oh, yeah, and injuries where they can't afford injuries. On the offensive line, the left guard, Jack Maward, injured his ACL. This is a guy that started 30 games over the last 2 seasons for an offensive line that already has major depth concerns. This is no joke for Indy right now. Their offensive line is a freaking mess, and that's not good news for Andrew Luck coming off his own injury-riddled campaign.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.